My name is Tal. I'll ask a few questions, and I'll be brief today because I know you have a long day, and it started a little late. I was impressed by the technical people here that in spite of accidents and problems, I heard that you started late because there were 3 accidents on the way, and the equipment didn't get on time. In Israel, we know how to solve problems. Sometimes we make the problems, but sometimes we know how to solve them. How many people in the room are Israeli? Whoa. How many people are from the US? Oh, great. So we're about 50-50. How many people in the room are investors? Okay. And how many people in the room are entrepreneurs? Look, I didn't do a full tally, but it's about 50-50 on both sides. That's great, actually. That's a very nice balance. Today, first, you're sitting at 7 World Trade, just as a little orientation. This is the 3rd building that came down on 9/11. There were the Twin Towers and 7 World Trade that collapsed on 9/11. 7 World Trade was the first one to come up. Kind of the Asnunit, the first one that we managed to put together. It's the smallest of the buildings. We built the first one. We bought then the Twin Towers. All 3 of them collapsed, and we built all the buildings that you see around you. And 7 World Trade was the first. It's the smallest of the group. It's about the size of the 3 Israeli towers for the Israeli in the room, plus 10% in one building. But it's the smaller one. And that's where our headquarters are. As Silverstein, we've always been supportive, I would say in love with Israel. Larry was always helping and giving of himself and of the family. We always talk every Shabbat dinner. My wife bakes a big challah, and we go over Parashat HaShavua, and we talk about Israel. So that's the family tradition. And we are here always to help the Israeli entrepreneurs, as you mentioned, Anat. We have Silvertech Ventures, which is a tech arm run by Charlie Federman, Larry Wagenberg, and I'm humbly a partner of them, helping the Israeli entrepreneurs to reach, I would say, the big corporations that are not necessarily all Israeli. And our hope is to help connect our small community, but our strong community out of Israel, with the global forces and the market. We have in our buildings, not just the World Trade, we have other buildings. We have about a quarter of the global 1,000 companies as tenants. So usually when we feel good about it and the company is good, we can make an introduction. And that usually helps the startups. We have the headquarters of Spotify at 4 World Trade, and Uber is at 3 World Trade, and a bunch of all the tech companies and other companies sitting in the buildings. It always helps, but we have a responsibility to bring the best startups and the best companies to meet with the right partners. And I think we have an obligation to help connect the entrepreneurs from Israel with the market and help those that are great to become even greater and more successful. I'll start with a short story. On October 8th, as we woke up here in the United States, hearing what happened and what is still going on in Israel, immediately I heard from my team, Yael, and we have another Yael, her son in Israel is a Chayal Boded, is an officer in Sayeret Matkal, everybody running in. We had Guy Vardy from our office here, who immediately looked for how to get to Israel. He was an officer in Modi'in. And without any questions, how can we help? He flew to Israel to be in the unit next to Aza, the intelligence unit, as an officer to help make the right decisions. He flew there in a cargo plane. They put him in the cargo. He couldn't get a flight. He flew in a cargo, literally sitting in the cargo area on a plane, flew through Italy, if I'm not mistaken. And that's part of showing some of the passion of our team. We had no doubt that we have to help. And I think we still have to help. It's going to be a process, but we are very, very hopeful. Israel always comes out on top and always succeeds. But a lot of it is thanks to you all here in the room, the Shai family, and everybody that is connecting the right people with the right capital. And if I'm, as an investor, looking at this, and I'm looking at it as an investor, I used to be on the entrepreneur side, this is a smart investment. This is not a, we have to help Israel investment. We do have to help Israel. But it is a smart investment as the Israeli entrepreneurs, they somehow figure out how to solve faster, better, and cheaper every problem we have seen. This is the second event of Restart IL we are hosting at the World Trade, and we hope for more. We are here for all of you, and I just hope that you'll have a wonderful and exciting event today. Feel free to reach out. Yael will give you my contact at any point and any question. We have the Silvertech team, Larry Wagenberg, sitting here. You can raise your hand so people see. So the entrepreneurs, half of you in the room, feel free to reach out to Larry, and he can introduce great startups to also the investors if you're looking for some of the startups, some of them already unicorns. So that's terrific. Any questions to me? I'm going to see you again for 2 seconds at 4 o'clock when I'm introducing Larry. He's coming to say hello to all of you, Larry Silverstein, at his young age of 93. But he's passionate, excited, and we'll be happy to be and see all of you. Thank you very much.